Here we go.
Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. Oh, it's the weekend, baby. It's the weekend. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. Now, I thought I'd jump on and do another video. So technically, this is video 1 of 3. That's it, 1 of 3. So keep your eyes peeled. Live tonight, going over the Idaho 4 docs. Members video is coming. It will probably be tomorrow now because I wanted to go over the Idaho 4 docs and get that done. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And I know many of the members will appreciate going over the lives as well, going over the docs as well. But anyway, are you subscribed to the channel? Are you subscribed to Mrs. Harsh's channel? As content is going to be starting to be uploaded on there in the upcoming days. It's my birthday soon. Don't know whether I've told you lately. But anyway, who are we talking about in this video? We're talking about Paul Danan. Just as the world is reeling over the loss of Liam Payne, we're now hit with another loss which is Paul Danan. And now, don't get me wrong, Paul Danan probably hasn't got the same impact on the world as Liam Payne. Some people perhaps don't even know who Paul Danan is. Now, Hollyoaks was a staple of my life. Now, don't tell anyone, because that's obviously a secret. That's not something that I want everyone to know, that when I was younger, I wouldn't even leave the house before watching Hollyoaks. Do you know what I mean? But he's dead. Paul Danan is sadly dead, leaving behind a son. But let's get into it, because this is an odd one as well, and I can't help, it's the skeptic in me, ever the skeptic, ever the skeptic. Paul Danan predicted his own death as he shared his struggles and depths of habit. Hollyoaks star Paul Danan has died at the age of just 46. I'll be 45 on my birthday, very soon. Just months after he predicted his own death and revealed the grim depths of addiction and poor health. There is a picture of Paul Danan wearing nasal specs after a stint in hospital after he collapsed through excessive vaping. Stick a pin in it, because we're coming back to that. Former Hollyoaks star Paul Danan has tragically passed away at the tender age of 46. See, tender age. It is a tender age. I'm of a tender age. With the heartbreak, I know I look 21, but I'll be 45 on my upcoming birthday. It is with heavy hearts we share the tragic news of the passing of Paul Danan. At just 46 years old, known for his television presence, exceptional talent, and unwavering kindness, Paul was a beacon of light to so many. He was quite a cheeky chappy. He was lively. Do you know what I mean? Those of you who know who Paul Danan is will know exactly what I mean when I say that. He was quite a character. He could easily light up a room. Those who don't know who he is, trust me, he was a fun guy, a very fun, happy, chippy chappy. His untimely departure will leave irreplaceable voids in the lives of all who knew him. During this difficult time, we kindly request respect and privacy for Paul's family, friends, and colleagues. No further comments will be made at this time, which is going to leave another gaping void, and that is what actually happened here, because it's quite bizarre. The statement remarked upon his untimely death. Just last year, the actor courageously spoke about serious health challenges he faced after being rushed to hospital following a collapse. Transported in urgency to Whipps Cross Hospital in London, he was placed in intensive care and also battled pneumonia. He says, "I was dead. It's a miracle I'm here. I'm upstairs puffing away on my vape when suddenly I lost my breath and collapsed. My family called for an ambulance and started giving me CPR. Then police arrived and took over. Paramedics took me to hospital, and he had shared candidly about the harrowing experience. According to Paul, during his time in the hospital, his condition was precarious enough for his family to be prepared for the worst outcome. And reflecting on my stay in medical care, he attributed his admission to the effects of vaping. I was on a machine in ICU and ended up with pneumonia. My family were warned that I might not wake up through the night. Might not make it through the night. I'm so lucky," he confessed, acknowledging the severity of his situation. Paul recounted his experience of vaping, which led to a health scare. He described the doctor's stern warning about the severity of his condition, explaining that if he ever smoked again, he could end up on an oxygen tank. So basically, Paul Danan was a vapor. He'd quit smoking, went on to vaping, and it had become almost like a crux. He would sleep with it. He would actually always have one in his hand, go everywhere, and they're attributing to what happened, this collapse, as a reaction to excessive vaping. Now, we know at the moment the government are pushing for banning this, which is beyond me, considering that they don't ban smoking cigarettes. You know, they will obviously put massive prices and taxes on smoking, and you know, and so you have to be a certain age. They've just rolled out this situation where certain people of a certain age will never be able to legally smoke, but they won't simply just ban them. They won't just simply make them illegal. But vaping, which seems to be on the and look, I'm not a medical professional whatsoever. I'm not. All I know from my own experience is I was a smoker. There was some health impacts from that smoking. You could tell that, you know, I weren't running any marathons. I weren't doing a bleep test. I'm telling you that. I switched over to vape and I never looked back. I don't smoke. And I feel healthier. Now, will there be situations arise in the future? Who knows? But, you know, we've now got this death of Paul Danan, a public figure. They're saying that he slipped and fell at his luxury apartment in Bristol. Now, a slip and fall what? Did he slip in the house and hit his head on something? There's very limited information. But is it going to be attributed once again to something that comes off the back end of indeed vaping? And could this potentially be used as an initiative to completely outlaw vaping in the UK? Something, again, as aforementioned, is coming over huge fire to try, you know, I think from June this year, it will be illegal to sell disposable vapes. Now, big companies like Lost Mary & Co., they are sort of turning the screw somewhat, and they're altering their vapes to be have a charging facility and have a removable vape tank. So they get round this, but I just wonder whether something like this could potentially be used as a catalyst to go through Parliament and completely outlaw vaping. Which, if that does happen, or if there's a potential, I still have to ask what the underlying reason is, because we know that so many thousands and thousands of people die because of the impact of smoking on their health. And don't get me wrong, you can also smoke and nothing happened to you. There are outliers, but smoking's unhealthy. And if you smoke, there are higher risks of becoming ill. But the government seems to just like the money that they make from selling it. Maybe they just don't make so much through vaping. Maybe vaping's hit the tobacco industry that hard that they think, well, if we remove this, people might start smoking again and we can get quids in. Who knows? But we'll keep an eye on this over the next few days and see if anything else comes out. Maybe there is more to Danan's death. At the moment, it's just slipped, fell, died. And again, leaving behind a son who I believe is 8 years old, called De Niro. So my heart goes out to his family. There is a GoFundMe set up. If you do a search on Google for Paul Danan GoFundMe, I believe there's a target of around 10,000 just to give his son some money after the loss of his father. But that's me done. Keep your eyes out for video 2 later, and then the live later on. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't liked the video, like the video. If you haven't subscribed to Mrs. Harsh's channel, do that too. Links will be in the pinned comment down below. Love you all. Take care. Mwah.